Hi friends, in this video I'm going to walk you through how to create a custom news feed in Notion for a dashboard, whether that is showing off content that you've written if you're turning Notion into a website, or even for company updates. That's actually why I built this in the first place, was for a global team that wanted to easily showcase updates and announcements that's going on within their company to everyone very easily. And so what we're going to first do is create our newsfeed database. And this is where all of that information is going to live. So let's add in all of our properties and let's call this details for now. You can obviously name it whatever you want. And we're going to change this into a text property. Let's rename name into entry. And obviously you can add the icons and anything that makes you feel good on your own time. We're going to add our category in so that way we can organize the information, whether that is general updates, maybe culture, or HR. We'll just add these options here. And then there are two more properties that we need. The next is going to be our created time. So when was it created? And personally, I don't really think that you need the time there, so we'll hide that and show our dates. And I actually am just going to do the shortened version. And then the last thing we need is a checkbox. Now this is going to be crucial for the rest of this workflow. And so we're going to call this latest. So that way we can track what the latest post was on here. And let's call this sample feed A and sample feed B. And we'll paste some lorem ipsum in here so we have some context. And let's add this as a general. The next thing that we want to do is let's add our first linked database. You're going to need two. The first is going to be your recent post. So we will call this recent post. That's fine. Again, you can name this whatever you want, whether it's an announcement, a post, and we are going to change the layout to gallery. And we're, instead of page content, we're going to do our page cover. And we're going to wrap all of the properties because in our properties, we are going to show the details and the category and the time it was created. And then we will just reorganize these. So that is that. And then we are going to duplicate this linked view, but we're going to change it. Instead of gallery, let's do a list view. And actually on list views, I don't really like page icons anymore, really at all. So I hide those when I do list views. So let's do that. And then our properties, we're going to show category, created time, and that is it. And you'll see on feed B, I actually didn't add one, which is totally fine. Okay, now you're probably wondering, but Sarah, I see both of these. Yes, I know. So let's go ahead and add in a checkbox just for feed A. And then we will add a filter to our top linked view where latest is checked. And we're going to save that for everybody, so you only see the one. And then the bottom filter should be the latest unchecked. So you're only seeing what is checked up top and what is not checked down below. Now, if you saw the guide that I posted on my blog underneath this video, you will notice that my layout is bigger on the card. So what I would recommend is turning your card size into large, but then on that page, I actually had it where the full width of the page was like this, and I believe I had 3 columns. So if you're trying to replicate that page layout, I just want you to be able to see what was there. So this is kind of what the layout looked like on that initial page, and then there was content here off to the side. And so you could always also do 2 and show it and then have whatever else you want on that side. So if that matters to you there. Now, the last thing that we want to do is create that automation. And so what this is going to do is every time a new entry is added, it's going to remove a checkbox from the previous entry and add a checkbox to this one. And so you'll see when I do this, so we're going to name this latest post. And so when a page is added, we are going to then first check the box on the new page that's been added, but then we are going to edit all of the pages in the database and check make sure that they are unchecked on there. And actually what we want to do is have the uncheck move first and then set the latest to checked. And so I'm going to go ahead and create that. And so now if I click new here, you will see that that is checked, and up at the top, there we go. It was a little delayed. I always get fearful when I'm showing automations on camera because sometimes they're a lot slower than I think. But you can notice now that this untitled new entry is up at the top and the other two are down below, which means that it worked. And obviously, adding in this content, we would want to add the photo and all of the context. But for this instance, you can see that it is done. All right, that is it. Enjoy this, steal it for yourself, and let me know how it goes for you.
Ew.
Oh, hey, did you know that it costs $0 to create efficiency in your business? Go to the description down below and download my free workbook to see how you can start working better.